Hi, welcome to Caboose Fresh. So, my name's Mark and I'm the owner of Caboose. We've got Holly here, who's a little mini chef, and we've got our head chef, Dan, who's at the restaurant. So, the concept here is believe it or not, I'm the novice, and Dan, being the expert, is going to walk me through today's dish, which is a ribeye steak. So, I've got my bag of ingredients here. So everything comes nice and fresh, packed up for me. As you can see, all the veg and everything's sort of pre-packed. But the SOP tells us about a little bit of preparation, which I've done, as you can see over here. So, like I said, the dish is a ribeye steak, and it's quite not a complex dish, but it's a bit fast-paced, than I'm led to believe. But we've got Dan, the expert here, who's going to lead us through it. So, Dan, do you want to tell us a little bit about this dish before we get started?
Yeah, the plan is with this is just to not be the same old steak and chips that you get in a restaurant or in a pub anywhere. It's just to use the pasta sheets you've got in the house, to use things you've got lying around. It's just something a little bit different. You know, it's very fast paced, and you know, once the steak's fried, and that's it, it's game over. You know, so you need to be fast with it. But we'll see how it turns out.
Right. Okay. Well, just as well I've got Holly then. Eh? Right. I'll get Holly over here. Right, and then we'll get started. Right. Right, so I've got the SOP, Dan's mad method apparently. We'll just get started then, yeah?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Right, cool. So it's telling me to get the butternut squash on a tray. So I'll get my squash here. Just chuck it on a bit rough like that.
Yeah, just chuck it on.
Cool. Right, what else am I doing? You'll need to talk me through this, man, because I'll not be able to read and do it at the same time.
Right, well, just chuck you've got the garlic there, the thyme and rosemary.
Yeah.
In the veg oil.
Right, so I'm ripping up the thyme, yeah?
Rip the thyme and garlic up, and then break 2 cloves of garlic and just chuck it on. It doesn't have to be fine, it just needs to be just crushed.
Cool. Just chuck the whole bit of rosemary on, yeah?
You can do, aye.
Okay, I've chopped all the garlic, so I'll just sprinkle some on. That'll do. Right, okay. Some oil, did you say?
Right, then you need veg oil, salt and pepper.
Then you mix it up or anything?
No, it'll be fine, you can just chuck it in like that.
Yeah, just keep talking me through it then, because I'm panicking already.
Right, so whack that in the oven.
Yeah.
And you've got the water boiling.
The water's boiling, my pan's hot. How long's it going in the oven, Dan?
10 minutes. It could take 12 minutes, but chuck it in for a timer on 10 minutes for now.
Right, we're on.
Right, then you take the lasagna sheets.
Yeah.
And chuck them in the boiling water.
So I just chuck them in any old way?
No, just put them in, just crisscross them, and then move the pan as you're putting them in so they don't stick together. Just move the pan side to side.
Side to side. All right.
And when they're all in, you just need to keep them moving, but just move the pan handle.
Okay. Okay, that's it, man.
Right, well, they're in. You need to get the pan nice and hot, the frying pan.
Yeah.
And you can get those lasagna sheets simmering, but just make sure you keep them moving.
Okay, they're simmering away, the pan's boiling hot.
Right, then you need to put a bit of oil in there, season the steaks with salt and pepper, the rock salt that you've got.
Is that the Malden salt, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that enough oil, you reckon? Just a glug?
Yeah, it'll be fine, aye.
Okay, I've got my steaks there. Just a pinch of salt on each one.
Just put a good pinch, 3-finger pinch of Malden salt on each one, and a good twist of black pepper as well.
Follow. Is that right, Holly? Right, okay, I've done that.
Right, put them in that side down, the side you've seasoned, put that side in first. Right then, season the other side now, while it's in the pan.
Up. Right, what then now?
Right, you need rock salt and pepper on that side as well.
All right, yeah.
If you want the steak cooked medium, you need to fry it for about 4 minutes on that side and then flip it over and 4 minutes on the other side.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 4 minutes past now, right? So is there anything else I need to do in the meantime? It's same with a couple of minutes left on the steak. Chop the butter, garlic, rosemary and thyme in the pan. If I just think so.
So you just need to keep that frying, have the spinach ready and the broccoli ready, and then keep that pan moving. You can even put the tongs in and make sure the pasta sheets aren't sticking together.
All right, okay. What, just to mix them around or to lift them at all?
Yeah, lift them a little bit. Just try and turn them over a bit.
You're secretly enjoying this, aren't you?
Someone is.
Right, they seem fine in there. He says.
Right, you've got the spinach there, you've got the broccoli there ready to go in.
I've got the spinach and the broccoli ready to go, yeah? So it says, with a couple of minutes left, butter, garlic, rosemary and thyme. At the same time, how the broccoli in the pan. So I'm all set.
Right, okay, well, they've got a lot of colour on that bottom side. Keep checking them, lift them up with the tongs and check underneath the steak to see how brown it is. It depends how you want it cooked. If you want it medium, I would go for 4 minutes either side. But if you want it medium rare, you can go for 2.5 minutes.
Right, no problem. Well, I'll wait on the 4 minutes. We've got a couple of minutes left. I can see why you've made me prep this in advance, because if I was trying to do this now, I'd be all over the place.
I'd be game over.
Is that from experience?
100% aye.
Right, I'll get these tubs open, these little tubs. So everything's came in these handy little tubs is how you'll get these when you make an order. So everything's already pre-portioned and ready to roll, so you don't need to mess on thinking about how much to use. Just use the whole lot. Fingers. Oh, look at that, all the lovely cream. And I've got the essentials.
Non-alcoholic beer. Right, you can check those steaks now, Mark. If they're brown on the bottom, and have a look at the colour on them.
Yeah, they are.
Right, you can flip them over.
So it's only been 3 minutes, is that okay?
Yeah, it should be all right. I mean, you've got to rest it as well. So by the time it's rested, it could be well medium. It depends on the thickness of the steak as well. But the steaks that we'll be sending out, the 250 grams, they're quite uniform, so they'll be fine.
Oh, lovely.
Smoking.
Right, I'm
Right, now, if you take the broccoli, Mark, and
Yeah.
chuck the broccoli in the pan where the pasta is.
What do you mean, just chuck it in?
Yeah, just chuck it in, aye. And keep moving the pan so that it doesn't stick together.
Just straight in, yeah?
Yeah.
So when I'm putting this butter in, am I putting the whole lot in?
Yeah, but it's about, you've probably got another 3 minutes on them steaks. Then you'll add the butter, and then the garlic and thyme, and the rosemary as well. But when I'd say you've got another 2 to 3 minutes now.
Yeah.
So in about 2 minutes, you need to chuck that butter in.
Yeah.
And keep the pan handle moving where you're boiling the pasta.
You what?
The pan handle where you're boiling the pasta, keep that moving side to side. just so the pasta sheets don't stick together.
Okay. What happens if they do stick together? Is that the dish room?
You'll be able to pull them apart, like it should be fine.
I'll pull one then. I don't need to turn the button up, squash in the oven, just leave it.
Yeah, just keep it going. Keep it going. When the timer goes off, check it. If it's not quite ready, give it another minute or two. It won't be long off.
Okay. I'm worried how much is left to do on here.
It's all going to happen in the next few minutes.
All right.
So you probably got another minute on them steaks.
Yeah, roughly.
Right, so you can chuck the butter in now with the garlic, thyme and rosemary. Let the butter brown.
Just rip the flame up, yeah?
Yeah. You don't have to be precious with it. You can just chuck it in, you know. So once that's in, the butter's starting to brown. The butter will turn brown. It'll start to smell quite nutty. And when that's done, just baste the steak. If you take a tablespoon and pour the butter over the top of the steaks for the last minute you're cooking it. And if you tilt the pan to one side, you should be able to get the butter better.
That's better. Well, it's lovely, that. Is this exactly how it's done in the restaurant then?
If you haven't got a char grill, aye. Right, so once that's done, you can take them off. If the steam ready, you've got about 8 minutes there.
8 minutes there. Yeah, that's about right.
Right, then you can take them off and just rest them on a bit of kitchen roll or just on a plate or anything. Just need to let them rest for a few minutes while you finish everything else.
What? Turn this pan off or not?
Yeah, take the pan off and pour the butter and the garlic and thyme and everything out of it, but don't clean the pan. Just pour the rest of it out. Then add a little touch of water to that pan while it's still hot. You can use the water from the pasta, from where you're boiling the pasta. You can use that and squeeze some lemon juice in there as well, just to deglaze the bottom of the pan.
Use the lemon in?
Yeah. Then add the cream to it.
Add the cream?
Yeah.
Just pip it all in, yeah?
Once that liquid's boiled down a little bit, add the cream in.
Shall I wait until there's a little bit of liquid left?
Yeah, and then pour the cream in.
Whoa, look at that, Holly.
Then you need to whisk the mustard into that. The little teaspoon of mustard needs to go in there.
Chop the mustard in and then whisk it, yeah?
Yeah. Then turn that right down.
Turn it down?
Yeah, turn it down and then just check the pasta and the broccoli. Then what you need to do is add the pasta and the broccoli and the spinach into that pan with the cream.
Really?
Yeah.
So take the pasta off now, yeah?
Yeah. Then drain that in a colander.
Okay.
Then mix that into the cream with the spinach and everything.
Whoa, oven's going. Let's stop that for now. So just, I've got to cut the pasta a long ways, yeah?
You can chuck it in whole or you can cut it, it doesn't really matter.
We'll give it a go, will we, Holly? Huh? Then just chuck it straight in the pan, Dan?
Yeah, chuck everything in the pan.
Everything in the pan. Holly's getting hungry. There's a couple of them slightly stuck together.
If they're stuck, you can just chuck them in how they are. It still comes out the same, yeah?
Okay, actually. They're quite tricky to handle.
100%, that's the hard part about it.
Broccoli in?
Yeah, chuck the broccoli in, chuck the spinach in, and give it a good mix around. Then take the butternut squash from the oven as soon as that's all mixed in.
Oh, this looks lovely. Right, butternut squash, yeah?
Yeah.
Feels nice. Wow.
Then pour the maple syrup over that squash.
Straight on the tray?
Yeah, just pour it straight over the tray and give it a good stir.
Oh, man. Is that right?
Aye, absolutely. But then you can chuck that all in the pan. If you get rid of the garlic and rosemary in the thyme off that tray with the butternut squash, if you take that out, then pour the butternut squash into the pan with the pasta. You're nearly there.
Oh, thank God. Sweat me. And the syrup, yeah?
Yeah, just chuck the whole lot in.
Is that nice, Holly? Yeah.
Right, now you got your 2 plates ready to sort this out. Then you can get your 2 steaks on the plate and just portion the pasta between 2 plates next to the steak. You can check it for seasoning. If you want to add a little bit more salt, you can, but it's up to you, you know? It should be fine as it is.
Okay. So just pop the steaks on the plates?
Yeah.
They look tremendous.
If you lift that stuff out with the tongs, if you use the tongs for the pasta.
Yeah. And it says on here I've got to twirl it around the tongs a little bit.
If you can, but you just need to portion it between 2 plates and it'll be fine. And when you've got the pasta out, you can just pour the rest in between both plates.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. What do you think, Polly? Right, that's all the pasta. Should I portion the broccoli a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, just split it between 2 plates, aye.
Pour the rest on?
Yeah, go for it.
Going for it. Look at that. What do you reckon?
Go and have a cold shower.
Half past. That's not bad. So look at that. Fresh jump standard steak, lovely fresh food. What was that, 10 minutes? And I'm a complete novice. So that's the whole point of Caboose Fresh, to give you brilliant ingredients, brilliant instruction from our expert chef, Dan. And there you go. I've made a meal that I probably couldn't have, well, in fact, I definitely couldn't have attempted before now. So, yeah, great result. And you can see for yourself. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
You're going to send one over to our house? You're going to put one in the post?
I wish we could. Right. Cheers, Dan. Thanks very much. And cheers again, everybody. Thanks for using Caboose Fresh, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care.